So let's take a look at the zero-based budget example. We completed this in class, so those of you who were not in class on Wednesday, this may be new to you. I did try to record the lecture live. I don't know that the audio and video worked in sync with each other, so I wanted to go ahead and record this as a separate video as well. So this is the zero-based budget information that you're going to need in order to complete the zero-based monthly budget worksheet. And I also have that available, and we'll look at that and determine how we will fill this worksheet out. So this is the actual worksheet. It is Excel based, and so I have a few formulas already in the worksheet, so you don't have to calculate everything. So the total monthly income, it will calculate it for you, and it will also calculate the total monthly expenses and the ending balance. So what you're basically going to do is you're going to be looking at these transactions for the month of July 2020, and you're going to be looking at each item and placing it in a category in this worksheet. So let's begin with the first one, and please note that not all of the categories will have a number in them, so we won't have to fill in every blank, but most of these will have something in them. So let's begin with the cell phone. So the cell phone for this month would be $95. So let's scroll down, and under our monthly expenses, let's see if we can find a spot for the cell phone, and here it is on line 37, and we're just going to enter that amount. So that was $95. And here's how I would do it. I would just come back and highlight it to show that I've already entered that amount. Next, we have a student loan for $220. So I'm going to scroll down, and here it is on line 32, so $220 for our student loan. And as you can see, if you scroll down, it is auto calculating this for you, and we don't have any income listed yet, we just have expenses. So $220 on the student loans. And this is a zero-based budget, and what this means is we want to place every item or every amount of money that we have coming in and going out somewhere on our budget, and at the end this ending balance needs to be zero. So in other words, if we had $300 left over after we record all of our expenses and our income, we're going to go back into our budget here, and we're going to find a place to put that $300. And I do not want you to just take the $300 and put it in one category. I would like for you to allocate that into different accounts. Okay, so we'll see how that works in just a minute. Next, we have a car payment 1 for $300. So let's see if we have a car payment column, and we do. That was $300. In this worksheet, you can use, if you just save a copy of it, you can use it for your personal budget. After you've completed this assignment, it's very good for you to have, and you can make your own categories that you may have that I may not have listed, or you can take out items that you don't have that I have listed. So it can work for you if you'll just take the time to do this every month. I always have a monthly budget in place so that I know where the money's going every month. Now, be careful here. Some of the items will say per week, and so when we're looking at a monthly budget, if it's a per week item, we need to multiply that times 4. So I'm going to wait for miscellaneous till the end, because sometimes we have to actually put other items in there, so we'll come back to miscellaneous. The mortgage is $850, and a mortgage is simply a house payment. So I have the category titled housing. I just want you to be able to know the terms are interchangeable. So housing is $850. Then we have some utilities for $197. So let's see if we see utilities. And I didn't actually put a utilities category. I have it broken down into electricity and gas. I have water bill and other items. So we're just going to put all of this, since we don't know exactly which one, we'll just put this under electricity. And that amount was $197. Then we have gasoline. Now that is $45 per week. So gasoline, $45 per week. So I'm going to scroll. I have it as automobile fuel, and what I'm going to do in the column beside it is I'm going to put a note here. So it's $45, and it's times 4, because it says per week. So 45 times 4. Now you can calculate that on your calculator if you want to, but I want to show you how to insert a formula in this spreadsheet. So we're in Excel, and to start a formula, you'll put equals. That means this is a formula, and I'm just going to say equals $45 times $4, 4 times, sorry, not $4, and that will give me a total of $180. But this shows the breakdown, and then this gives me the total. So I'm going to go mark that off. Next, we have life insurance for $56. And once you build your budget, generally it's probably going to be 90% the same categories each month, if not more than that. So you won't really have to change it a lot every month. All right, here's the salary one. So that's our income, but again, it's per week. So it's $820 per week. So let's scroll up to our income. And I'm going to put to the side $820 per week times 4 weeks. And then I'm going to enter that formula in the column B. So equals, there's my formula, 820 times 4, and I just hit enter and it calculates it for me. I have groceries listed per week as well, $90 per week. So here's the formula, equals 90 times 4. Then we have contributions, and these are charitable contributions. That could be any type of contribution you make to the American Red Cross, to your church, to the Heart Association, the Cancer Association. Anything you make a charitable contribution to, you would include in this category. So again, $87 per week, and I call those charitable contributions. Equals 87 times 4. Then we have Netflix, is $13. So I don't have a category called Netflix, so I have a category called cable and streaming. So I'm just going to enter it there. Then we have credit card 1 for $125. Auto insurance for $179. We have medical bills equaling $45. We have savings, $25 per week. The 401k contribution, and that's a retirement contribution, that's $100 per week. So we're going to put that in our retirement account. We have salary 2, that equals $420 per week, and that's going to be up in the income section. We next have a car payment for $304. That's car payment 2. We have credit card number 2 for $110. Scroll up, we have a few more. Dining out is $28 per week. Then we have entertainment category. That's $16 per week. We have clothing, $30 per week. Oops, 30 instead of 40. Then we have vacation fund, and that is $25 per week. And then we're going to go back to miscellaneous. I didn't see anything else that would need to be included in the miscellaneous account. So that's $40 per week, miscellaneous. Highlight that, and let's make sure we've entered everything. I believe that's it. So let's take a look at our spreadsheet now. Okay, so we have a total income for the month of $4,960. We don't have any other miscellaneous income, so I'm just going to put a 0 in there. I think I'll put 0 in anything we don't have. So water, we didn't have garbage. I don't remember seeing garbage. We don't have homeowners or rental because it's probably included in our mortgage payment. And toiletries would be if you perfume or any type of cologne or things that you consider toiletries, you could break it out separately. So to me, the more categories I have, the better I am able to track where I'm spending most of my money. And even though I don't spend, for example, $30 a week on clothing, I'm still putting it in a category that I may have spent, 1 week I might have spent $120, but I just want to put it all together in a monthly budget. And this tells me for my month what I should be spending. And so I have an ending balance of $522. This is zero-based budget. So I need to go put that into a category because this should be 0. So here's what I think I'll do. I believe I will put a little more in my savings account. So I'm going to put this in parentheses so that I know that I'm adding something to it. And I'm probably going to put $200 more into my savings each month. Okay, so that leaves me with $322. I would probably go out here and pay more on my credit card. So let's just say this credit card 1 had a balance of $200. Okay, so if I paid $125 and if I only paid $75 more, I would pay that off. So I'm just going to add $75 to that one as well. And then that would pay off that credit card balance and it would be out of the way. So now I'm going to say minus the $200. And so that equals 0 now. So I've paid off that one. Next month I won't have that one as long as I don't go out and charge it again. Credit card 2, let's say it has a $400 balance. So we're paying $110, but how much do we have left? We have $247. So let's take $110 and $247. Do I have enough to pay that off? Oh yeah. I'm very close. I don't have quite enough, so I'm going to add that additional $247 to this one. I'll be very close to paying it off. Very close. And I'm going to make that a formula. So now I can say, well, that had a balance of $400 and I'm paying $357. So that leaves me with, let's calculate that and see what I'll need next month. All I have to pay is $43 on this account, and it will be paid off as long as I don't charge it up again. Now, if I look at the bottom, my ending balance is 0. That means I have a zero-based budget, and everything works out as it should. Every dollar has a name, and it has a category to go into. If I didn't put it in a category, I would probably just blow this money somewhere, and it wouldn't be helping me out. But as you see, I put some in savings. I believe I put 2 credit cards that we also paid additional on, and now next month I'll only have $43 in payments for that one. And then once I pay that credit card off, I'm going to go to my next bill and I'm going to pay that off. So this is a zero-based budget. I don't expect it to be just like mine. Okay, I want you to put the money in the accounts where you feel it should go, and this is not the one that you have to do. This was just an example I wanted to show you. So if you have questions, just let me know.